Chapter 6, Sections 3 through 7, Earth's Biomes. Why do different organisms live in different places? If you look at the climate of different places on Earth, you will realize that organisms would require a lot of different traits to live in these varying places. Climate data is based off of precipitation and temperature and can be influenced by latitude, altitude, and proximity to large bodies of water. The globe is not one blanket climate, but many different climates. Geographical locations that have a set climate and whose species diversity is specifically defined are known as biomes. Despite the map displayed showing locations where one biome meets another as being a defined line, this is not accurate. There is a transition zone between biomes in which we expect to see an overlap of the species present. This transition zone is called an ecotone. The first type of biome we will be concerned about are the desert biomes. There are three major types that can be found in tropical, temperate, and polar regions. All deserts are characterized as being areas where evaporation exceeds precipitation. This just means that they are extremely dry. Most deserts are found around 30 degrees both north and south, and generally within the interior regions of the continents, so away from large bodies of water. Despite common belief, deserts are not determined by temperature, just moisture. Polar deserts are the reason for this. They are extremely dry and get hot during the summer months, but can also get rather cold during the winter months. Desert plants have evolved to hold water and are generally more spaced out due to limiting factors. Next, we have forest biomes. Remember from our last unit that forests are considered to be major carbon sinks. This is because the organisms that live here make up 70% of the terrestrial carbon on the planet. Just like with deserts, there are three categories of forest, and they are based off of latitude: tropical, temperate, and polar. Tropical rainforests are one of the largest sources of biodiversity on the planet. Since they are located in tropical regions, the temperature remains relatively high and consistent throughout the entire year. This is because the equatorial region experiences very little seasonal changes temperature-wise, like we would expect here in North Carolina. Tropical rainforests are also characterized by very high precipitation. Decomposition occurs very quickly as a result, and the soils in rainforests are among the least nutrient-rich in the world. Remember, this is because of the high biodiversity. As the nutrients are broken down during decomposition, they are being sucked back up into the ecosystem almost instantly. A vast majority of the nutrients found in tropical rainforest are found in the biomass. Temperate forests are located in the mid-latitudes and are generally much milder than their tropical and polar counterparts. They experience all four seasons and have extremely rich soils. Polar forests, also known as taigas or taigas, are very cold year-round and experience two seasons: a dry, cold winter and a short, warm, and moist summer. They have very thin, poor soils. Forests can be further broken up based off of the plant species that dominate the area. If the dominant plant species is deciduous, meaning that they drop their leaves at regular intervals, then that will be denoted in the title. For example, a temperate deciduous forest. If the dominant species of plant is coniferous, then it means that it's cone-bearing. The biome name will also contain coniferous in it as well. Next, we have grasslands. Grasslands are also named based off of their latitudes. Grasslands are generally characterized by grass. There are very few large shrubs or trees. Tropical grasslands are called savannas. They have rainy and dry seasons and are known for regular fires during drought. Temperate grasslands have wet and dry seasons as well as regular fires too. The temperatures are more moderate in these regions though. Last, we have polar grasslands or tundras. Tundras are the coldest biome. The soils are poor and there is little precipitation and there is little biodiversity in these regions. Permafrost is a perennial characteristic of the tundra. This occurs when the water in the top layer of soil is completely frozen. Last, we have mountain biomes. So far, our biomes have been characterized by latitude. We can't forget that altitude plays a role in this as well. As you increase in altitude, climate changes. They become colder and are generally more isolated. As a result, we consider them to be islands of biodiversity. They are natural refuges or sanctuaries for species because there's generally little human impact towards the tops of mountains. They are considered isolated because they can generally be surrounded by human development.